believe it or not, the plus in Project Plus stands for Fuck Ice. So give a warm welcome to SSK and his run of the Project Plus Great Maze RTA.
Hi everyone, I am SSK, or Seldom Seen Kid, for long. I'm super stoked to be here. The M stands for Melt the Ice, by the way. I am going to be running through the Great Maze. It's the last level of Subspace, which is like the Brawl story mode. I've got my name tag on here. I've actually got control set up on a different tag. Let me get that on here. All right. I've got two of my good friends here, Miles and Helix. Go on, introduce yourselves.
I mean, Miles, you were named first.
All right. Well, I was just gonna say, I'm here through the power of friendship. I'm here for good bits. Don't ask me any P+ deep lore. I cannot answer it, but I can improv it.
That's fine, because I'm Helix. You've seen me already, probably. I know some things about P+. I don't play the game nearly as much as I used to, but I have some knowledge, I hope. This is also our third Sonic game, secretly, so
Yeah,
surprise!
You'll see. We don't get at that right away, but we'll get into that. So time starts. One thing I can do right off the jump before the time even starts. They added new features in Project Plus that aren't in Vanilla Brawl. More characters. You can play as any character in Subspace. Sonic's really fast. He's really good for a platformer, I think. Big really Sonic game. I'll go ahead and just kind of start selecting my characters, and then time is going to start whenever I select my sixth character, Luigi, here. If I want to get a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go. And then right away we've got a boss battle. Walk through the door. Oh my god, it's a boss battle. Peter Piranha. I guess you want to talk about Subspace and kind of what Subspace is, and then what Great Maze is within that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we need to talk about Great Maze RTA. Subspace is kind of like the story mode. They gave Brawl a Metroidvania. Project Plus is a mod of Brawl, of course, and they gave Brawl a Metroidvania, and you can just play it in Project M, P+, as well, which is sick. I'm glad that the single-player modes are intact in this mod. That's awesome.
Yeah, and they do stuff like there's like a score attack mode that you can access. You can play. Normally, you don't unlock Sonic until the final boss fight of Subspace, but he's very fast and, like I alluded to earlier, very handy to have access to the fastest character in the game for all these fights. So there's two kinds of fights. There are like boss battles, and then there are like character fights. And I'm currently getting owned by Pit.
That pitfall was hilarious.
Just eat it.
As you will see, items can spawn. This is not quite a competitive rule set.
What is a stage, too? There's some whack stages in this. Alright, so finally took care of Pit. A couple of things to note: the AI in Project Plus is more it's more advanced. It's a lot. The CPU opponents are a lot more difficult than in like the base Smash games, because you kind of have to be deep into the iceberg to even have P+ downloaded onto your Wii or anything, right? So it's very.
Honestly, even as a casual player, the P+ difficulty spike in Subspace was honestly welcome. It wasn't a painful difficulty spike.
Alright, take care of Kirby. Normally, I'm going to want to take care of the CPU opponents a lot faster than that. So you've seen Pit, we've seen Kirby. Those little, dark green guys are, shadow versions of most of the characters in the game to this point, and we kind of, free their spirits or whatever by defeating them. I don't know. We were talking before about how Miles could just make up lore. The Subspace lore is all made up. It doesn't mean anything. Ganondorf is the bad guy, but he answers to Master Hand, who's being like controlled by Taboo. It's all.
If you were
all made
into
up at this point.
crossover flash animations in like the 2000s, this was the coolest thing on the face of the earth. That's the lore.
Yes. I don't think we've ever talked about like what exactly Great Maze RTA is. We've talked about Subspace, but Subspace is a much longer category if you're doing all of Subspace. That's like 2 hours. So, SSK, what exactly is Great Maze RTA specifically?
Hang on, watch the skip. Oh, I messed it up. There we go. Normally you're supposed to go through those doors and like keep doing the puzzle, but you can let Link's boomerang go through walls and breaks that block without having to go through to the other dimension here. So Great Maze is the last level in Subspace Emissary. So you go through the whole game. Try not to get owned by Yoshi. You go through the whole game, and you get to the bad guy, Taboo, has kind of like trapped the whole world in his like subspace aura bomb thing. And you go through the Great Maze and you rescue all the characters, and it's kind of like a rehash of the game up to that point. So PD Piranha was like at the very start of this run. He's the first boss that you face, and in like casual play, you run into PD Piranha after like 5 minutes. So, oh, I'm small now. That's cool. One of the items spawn randomly. One of them is a poison mushroom that makes you small mode. One of them is a mega mushroom. Some of the so the CPU fights are kind of tricky. Some of them are kind of scripted that the opponents will just kind of do the same thing at the start. Diddy Kong will always just run into a Falcon Punch at the start of the at the start of the run, or at the start of the fight. It's just always really funny. So these orange doors, you'll kind of recognize this from the start. These doors let you heal. They let you choose your characters. What happened to Roy? Roy was invisible for a second. I don't know if you saw that. We are going to be playing as Sonic as much as possible because he runs the fastest.
He also
just run into both kicks. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, wow. Sonic also just has good movement options. I mean, you know, not only is he fast, he has his uppy is a spring, which he can then do an aerial out of if necessary. He has the dive kick, which helps you descend faster. So in addition to, you know, having a great run speed, he also has good vertical movement.
It makes the platforming options. Before I found it, so I was doing runs of this like category, and I got a PB. And then one of the devs of Project Plus came into my chat and said, "Hey, you can play as Sonic, by the way." And I was like, "What?" So that's really handy, and it's a lot faster, as you can imagine. So I like to do that for marathon showcases. Another thing. So I did a couple things there. One, you can quit out to the map and go to any of the 4 corner like checkpoint areas, and you can change your character. Again, heal if you've taken damage. I was kind of at the end of a really long room, so it was faster to just quit out to the map than run all the way back through. Plus, I get my 4 lives back. And you'll notice that I now have 4 Sonics. This is not something you have the ability to do in just unmodded Brawl. If you hold down a button on the character select, you can choose the same character multiple times. So you, instead of like having the menu for the different like fastest characters, like okay, I play as Sonic and then I play as the next fastest character and the next fastest character, just pick Sonic 4 times. So we were talking about like inside of this is like secretly a Sonic game. I've got
like I said, it's our secret third Sonic run of the marathon. Sonic Rush happened earlier today, and we have Sonic 3 and Knuckles toward the end of the event, but then secretly, B+.
Sonic also has a two moves that spike and send the opponent downward.
Yes.
Smash Bros. Is not like traditional fighting games where you have like a health bar that goes down. You got a percentage meter that goes up, and whenever your opponent is knocked off the screen, that's when they lose a life. They can be knocked off the screen in any direction, including off the top and on the bottom. I'm gonna move down here, grab this key.
Oh yeah, Sonic can wall jump as well. Not every character can do that.
Yeah, very handy. Just like a lot of great movement options. Game & Watch, don't troll me. It's hard to react. So like the start's kind of like we saw with Diddy Kong and the Falcon Punch earlier. Some of the fights are scripted at the start, but otherwise it's very hard to predict and react to what the CPUs are going to do. The Game & Watch played relatively nice, not like hit at the start of the run.
I just noticed that donation total moved quite a bit. Komodo, do you have an update for us?
I do have an update. Not only have we gotten in a big donation, it is also big enough that it got put towards that Spider-Man Shattered Dimension bonus stage showcase incentive and met it instantly. That was a $150 donation coming in with the, I gotta pull up the comment on this one. You might not expect what it said, but it says, you can say it with me, fuck ice. So, big $150 donation from Nutwalker. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that donation. Keep it coming, folks. We've got.
You will not regret that. Those bonus stages are going to be sick. It's that Spider-Man run is so cool.
That game has movement.
Oh yeah,
It does. It's the DS game, but it's good. It does have movement.
we are in movement blocked with this game in Spider-Man.
The S and DS stands for Schmovement.
It also
D
stands for
Fuck Ice. Yeah. Yeah.
It stands for both of these at the same time.
So I thought I could try and hit an S when he was trying to recover. You can. I was just bad. Nice baseball bat. Idiot. Get kicked. I didn't kick him. Whoops. He's taunting on me. He's taunting on me twice. It's over. This kid is trying to stunt on me. Get kicked again. Alright, so again, this is why, with the erratic nature of the computers and they're kind of more tuned than like in other Smash games, it's nice to have multiple lives, and it's nice to have like access to the same fastest character in the game after I die still. They changed the ice in a recent patch, actually, so some of the patches that they put out do affect my silly little speedrun, not just like multiplayer. They changed one mechanic of Sonic's like up special recovery move, but also the ice it's harder to get up to your dash speed on the ice because it's slippery, and it makes sense. So, of course, fuck ice. Ow. Next we got a Porky boss fight. He's kind of in a big spider contraption thing. The bosses have, each of the bosses have like a random pool of moves that they can choose from. Some of them are faster than others. That kind of rapid jab thing that he did at the start was kind of the fastest attack you can ask for, because he just kind of sits there and is just vulnerable on one half of his body. Sometimes if you're at high damage, that fight can be kind of scary, kind of dangerous, but... ow. Oh my shell! My Sonic game? Is this Sonic Save the World? Shouts to Maddie. Shouts to Maddie Celeste. Sorry, I feel like I was going on like 3 different like tangents and I finished none of them. It is kind of 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock.
I was gonna say it's 3 a.m. I think you're allowed.
Yeah, that's the hours you're allowed to have as many like mental open tabs as you want, and they can go anywhere they want. It's fine. It's fine.
Open tabs.
My memory's
the
full
Donkey
though.
Kong Bonanza run that opened the event.
Shouted by banana. Oh, he ran off stage.
That was
It was his own
smart action,
demise.
actually.
Can you imagine how funny it would be if I had 1 more or 1 fewer % right now? Oh,
No, I can't imagine it actually. I don't know
You
what
guys
you're
are
talking
imagining
about.
things?
I'm seeing things.
I'm.
Yeah, what number would it have
imagining-
been? If you could show me in a donation total, what number would it have been
Yeah.
at if I was at 1 fewer or 1 more %? Finally.
That's
Mental
better than
Sonic.
the call of the donations I was gonna make. Thank you.
Oh, you
If
go
you
for
can
it.
help us solve this puzzle, I will read out your donations so that we can all figure it out together.
So up next, we've got our first instance of a key after I do 1 more fight. This is a Pikachu fight, right? Yeah. Nice. That
Wow,
was a
that was-
really good Pikachu fight, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
So keys, Have I seen one yet? I think I have seen one, but I didn't explain how they work. So they are a grabbable object that you can throw. If you throw them and they touch the ground, they disappear, and you don't want that. But you can.
If they disappear, I think you have to go back to where you picked it up.
You have to go back to a spawn point and grab it. Yeah. You can also so you can run through the door with them, or you can throw them at the door to unlock the door. That room, you're supposed to go all the way to the left to grab a key to access that room up top, but many characters, thankfully including Sonic, can just reach through the floor with an attack, so you don't actually have to go all the way to the end and grab the key, run all the way back to the middle, go up, you just hit it from below.
You know, if you think about it, keys are also grabbable items that you can throw that disappear as soon as they touch any horizontal surface in real life also.
Yeah, I've got to respect the realism to the Super Smash Bros. Brawl design team on that. That was to my dad, Masahiro Sakurai. Also, shout out to my real dad. We got a Ridley boss fight. We had to get the 3 switches, red, green, blue, to unlock the door to fight the Riddler. He's really big. I don't think they could ever put this guy in Smash as a playable character because he's just like way too big.
Yeah, I can't believe the P Plus devs managed to fit him in here.
Because he's too big.
Exactly.
Well, he would have been too big to add, but he was already in base Brawl, which is why it's okay to add him.
I'm surprised he fits within the Wii game file size limit.
Here we've got our third corner of the map, so this part that we're at is going to be another like map warp point that we can use, and we're going to use it actually pretty soon. We're going to go through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force to get to Bowser, and this movement is this section is really, when I'm not getting owned by Koopas, very satisfying to run through. Alright, finally got there. Doesn't really matter how much damage I take on my way over to Bowser, as long as I... Oh, I tried to dive bomb off the stage. Alright, he's fine.
That's like the most chaotic way possible to get to that door. That's funny.
That was...
It was very Looney Tunes, and I kind of appreciate it.
I've had showcases where I like avoid everything, and I think I hit every possible thing that could have hit me on my way there. Like I was mentioned, I was going to do, I'm doing the thing I said I was going to do, go back to that warp point. Instead of going all the way to the left, we're going to go down to the right here, and this is the one kind of bit of downtime in the run where I'm riding a minecart to the right side of the screen. In the meantime, if you got any messages, I would love to hear them.
We have quite a few donations that we can get to, including one from our previous host, JD Puppy, who donates $10 and says, we can all say it together, fuck ice.
Fuck ice.
And along the same lines from Carl Germ, we also have a $25 donation that says, all my homies hate ice.
True.
True.
I do also want to point out real quick, if we have the time, we did just open up a new incentive for the upcoming East 9 Monstrum Nox run, which is also going to have a $150 donation goal to equip the funny food weapons. So we can get more on that later, but if you guys are getting in donations and you're looking for an incentive to put it towards and you want to mark it on the website, that's a good one to look out for.
That like jab reset into Forward Smash is genius.
Yeah, so Fox and Falco fall really fast. This is true in Melee too. They fall really fast, so it's easy to string hits together on them. Also, as like prominent top tier characters in Melee, they are their AI is particularly highly tuned, so they will schmoove on you. It's very, very fortunate that I got out of there only getting hit like once. But I got Fox. You get Falco and Fox back to back, so these are like the two hardest character fights. Right next to each other.
Thankfully, you're playing as Sonic, who has an easier time than a lot of characters off stage dealing with them.
Yeah.
So if you can get them off the ledge, then they hopefully die.
Also, they do. The CPU characters do take more knockback, so they get launched farther by all moves in the subspace like green mode, as opposed to like normal combat. So I don't get hit as hard as they get hit. which helps knock them off the stage, and then I can just kind of like dink and sink them off the stage. I got a boss fight. This is Ridley, but meta. He's got those expensive glasses.
But he's not even in the game. How can he be meta?
I think it's more like a fourth wall breaking situation. This says a lot about society, I think. Don't fireball. Okay. It's like 1 or 2 more hits.
Nice.
Something else that I learned during a run, Motobug, shouts to Motobug, another dev of the game, also competitive player, came in and chat, told me if you hold forward while charging Sonic Spin Dash, the hitbox resets itself, and you can just like melt the health bar on bosses that way, which is really funny. Shouts to Motobug.
That's not a bag.
I went into that
hope it's
room
so-
and thought about healing and then didn't. So if you're wondering why, I don't know.
Vibes were off.
But yeah, I was like, no, something's going on. That's a
Walked in the
platform.
room, decided didn't like the vibes, left. You know how it is.
So I've got a kind of a long platforming section as I make my way to the next boss in the game. So if you've got any more messages to read off, now would be a pretty swell time for that.
We do. In fact, I have one that came up after the Dredge speed run. We have $12 from Hokuto, who says, for the Dredge speed run, I understood just enough to follow along, and wow, I'm impressed by the thoroughness one needs to find and execute exploits like that. The memorization of the route, the way Mejion explained as quickly as Jerem acted. Of course, I also love the international solidarity. Let's melt ice with the warmth of community support.
Hell yeah.
Let's go solidarity.
We got Galleon. Galleon? I don't know how you say this guy's name. So this boss, you actually fight twice in subspace. Once you fight in this desert plains area, and then once you fight him, he falls through the ground and it like breaks and stuff. Ow. And you fight in like an arena area zone. So this is the fourth and final like corner checkpoint that we've got. And there's 3 different areas we got to get to clear out some characters here. This first one's going to be Charizard. Fire Pokemon. I'm going to go with Charizard. You'll know that Stephen A. Smith meme? You got fire on tail, claws on his feet. You can use that as a weapon. All right. So now I'm going to go for this pretty tricky cycle skip. I got the easy part. Was getting up to that wall. If you're like close to perfect movement wise, you can actually make it to that area that I was kind of waiting and doing flip tricks on before it like fully closes up, Indiana Jones style. That's really hard. I've gotten it maybe once, and I died. Zelda and Peach are the next 2 character fights, and they can kind of be trolls. They're very floaty, so it's hard to string together multiple hits on them. Oh, but not if you do that. Nice.
Oh. I am shocked you were even able to get the spike hitbox of that.
I'm shocked that she didn't up B. You can meteor cancel. You can cancel downward momentum from attacks.
Only certain attacks. Only attacks that send straight down. So the forward air is a meteor that you can meteor cancel. Sonic Spike, however, sends actually at a slight angle, so that is not meteor cancelable.
Ah, this is why I got a Sonic main on comms for my Sonic game.
Yes. I am unironically a Sonic main in this game. I don't like that Peach has a gun. Put that down. Thank you.
She's an observer. She's fine.
Oh,
I think Peach should be allowed to have a gun in more games.
That's what I'm saying.
As a treat.
Give me the Princess Peach Showtime DLC where she has a gun. So we're gonna go back out to the map. And we're in this bottom corner here. Get our 4 Sonics. And then on our merry way. It's very easy for me to forget. I've got to go up and to the left first. And then... Oh, I break this up here. Through the door up here, and we got Wario. Wario is usually kind of a pushover, and of course I'm going to jinx myself by saying that. Just get off. That should be good. I'm seeing in chat, they should give Daisy a gun in Smash 6. That's how you separate the characters from each other. I agree.
I feel like that's just more fitting for Daisy anyways.
Hi, I'm Daisy! Alright, so now I'm going to run over to this pit, so I'm going to fall in this hole, but it is on purpose. And we find Luigi.
Daisy should have a gun because she's like the shadow to Peach's Sonic.
Yeah. Give me the Shadow X Daisy crossover. Nintendo. Sega. That's actually the plot of the next Sonic and Mario and Sonic Olympic games. Is there's going to be a story mode, and it's going to be Daisy and Shadow's friendship.
She gets a motorcycle.
She gets a motorcycle, and Shadow gets her gun. The Olympic Games tie-in is where we find out that the Shadow the Hedgehog gun was Daisy's. There's like insane lore.
Oh, yeah. And then that way the Mario and Sonic universe are canon to each other.
Yeah, and then Vector gets kicked out for trying to eat the basketball at the basketball event.
Hi, Rayquaza.
Hi, Rayquaza. So Rayquaza can be kind of a troll with certain attack patterns. I was able to get all my damage in before he did anything annoying. So
that was incredibly quick.
Yeah, that was really good. Hey, we're back at the beginning. This kind of maze. If you saw briefly, I stepped on that pedestal to heal. Once you've circled back to the beginning, you are able to see the locations of all the remaining characters that you haven't rescued yet. You have to rescue all the Shadow characters before you unlock the final boss. I did not get a chance to look at it for very long, so I hope I know where everything is. Got him.
Nice.
I do not like fighting against Lucas. He's so weird in this game, so I'm glad I could get rid of him.
Shout out to Mother 3.
Shout out to Mother 3. I have played Mother 2.
Shout out to Mother 3. Shout out to the Earthbound run that was earlier today. I guess technically yesterday, depending on time zones and how you define a day. Yeah, you know what I mean. It was early in the event.
Yeah, I want to check out the VOD for that. I hope I'll be able to check it out on YouTube later.
I believe runs will be uploaded to the really, really longathon YouTube. Do not quote me on that, but I believe that is the plan.
I think I saw something about that in chat. If you're watching on YouTube after the fact, feel free to still donate.
Yeah, I mean, this is supporting the Women's Foundation of Minnesota's Immigrant Rapid Response Fund. So, always a good thing to donate to.
If you're watching later on YouTube, you get the secret tech of being the actual last donation of the event.
This is true. Now we've got the Ice Climbers, which is fitting because they're on the Ice Mountain. Scholars have debated for centuries how the Ice Climbers are allowed to have 2 guys per guy. No one has figured it out yet.
There are 2 of them, what the heck? That's not fair.
You think it's cheating.
Well, Sonic is fast enough that it doesn't matter.
Sonic is really fast, that's true.
They're pair bonded.
Yeah,
like kittens.
Right, sometimes that enemy can drop a healing item, so I wanted to just see if defeating it could give me the healing item. There's a cool skip here. I'm getting owned, man. Normally you're supposed to hop in that cannon to hit that ball that broke all the blocks, but you can just jump across without having to wait for the cannon. Now, was it actually faster because it took so long to get there? Maybe not. But that is one of the cooler discoveries. I actually found that. Smile. Captain Falcon can do that too, just barely. Other characters can do that, and that actually is relevant in the Great Maze Run. You can Indiana Jones style sneak in under that wall before it crushes, because that door down on the right is the place you have to go next. But you can just go in the orange healing door.
You mind if I pop in for a quick update on that incentive we talked about earlier?
Please do, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to remind you all that new incentive just got added to the board for East 9, which is to equip the funny food weapons. As a reminder, if you're looking to get your donations in and put them towards an incentive, which you can do by typing in !donate in the chat, or also going to the website, we are looking to hit $150 for that incentive, and you will get to watch Ghost Kumo not only take down weapons with a skewer sword, just a sword with a bunch of meat on it, but also with an ice cream cone pike. I just got sent images of these weapons. I've got to see a run with them. I just need to see it.
Did you like that when I threw the key to open the door over that enemy? That's for you, chat. That's from Minneapolis.
Ganondorf did not like that, however.
Ganondorf wasn't a fan. Stop. You're being annoying. Stop.
Ganondorf, read the room.
Yeah, man. Get a clue. Oh, well, that's... that's okay, because Ganondorf is the last fight before the final boss. So I'll go ahead, enter the door. How am I doing on time? I can let this cutscene play out if I've got time.
You are
I'm
about half an hour.
Comfortably underestimate. So, Taboo is the final boss. He's the bad guy. He was behind everything that happened so far. What's this? A blue blur? Breaking the butterfly wings of the big bad? What? Sonic? In my Nintendo
When
game?
did he get here?
Wow, it would have been super helpful to have you unlocked this whole time for this platforming section. So this is the final boss. This is Taboo. Taboo teleports all over the place, much harder than any of the other bosses. When you get him down to half health, he has an attack that covers the full screen and kills you in one hit. Got Big Lasso. Normally, you have 6 lives to defeat Taboo. But you only have 4 in Project Plus. So I think this is some shenanigans. I'm not sure why that's the case. Oh. So here's the big 2, 3, and I dodged all 3 hits. That's great. I had the turbo button for a sec there, which allowed you to... Oh my god. Allows you to cancel hits into each other on hit. We end it with the Falcon Punch. Time.
That was the coolest
GGs.
time I have seen in a long time. Like, that was so stylish.
That was awesome.
Especially it helped when he did the big attack where he just like took up half the screen. So just jump off stage and hit the B button. That's probably gonna hit. Thank you so much to Really Longathon and to Helix for throwing on this event. There's a lot of folks who are doing a lot of really good, important work right now in Minneapolis and across the country. You've got people, looking out for each other on the streets. You've got people delivering food to those in need. Just keeping an eye out, observing, seeing what's going on. And not everyone is able to do that. Sometimes, for me personally, and I know I'm not alone in this, it's hard. It's easy to feel like you can't do anything. But this is a way that we can help, is, organizing fundraisers, looking out for each other. Because I am looking forward to a day when these people who are doing evil things have to answer for the things that they've done. And that day will come, I truly believe. But for now, we can look after each other is what we can do for now. So I'm very excited and honored to have been able to be a part of this event. That's kind of all I got, I guess. Do you guys want to, you two want to shout out yourselves?
Thank you. You will hear a lot from me. Follow SSK, twitch.tv/seldomseenkid. Miles, what you got?
My name is Chamomile. I don't really exist on the internet, but I want to take this quick second to just say, I think one of the biggest ways you can make a difference, like obviously this fundraiser event is incredible and wonderful. Go out there and build some community. Learn your neighbors, learn their names, learn, their life, see where they're at. Something about this kind of evil is that it becomes very isolating, especially for anybody who's a minority. And one of the greatest ways I think we can stand up against this is just to stand alongside each other.
Well said, Miles.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You can follow me if you want on Twitch. I stream sometimes. I'm trying to stream more often nowadays. Sometimes I pop up at different speedrun events, but really you should just keep watching. Keep watching this. I know we've got this incentive for the Spider-Man Shattered Dimension. That game's sick. That's a sick run. You should stick around. You should watch it. You should donate to the event if you're able to.
Cool.
I don't really have
get out of
anything
here,
else.
so
they can get into that. Thanks again, folks, for having me.
Thanks,
guys.
okay. Thanks, everyone. Keep watching.
Fuck guys.